What's up, guys? It's me again. So yesterday I made a video about my stance as being a former Memphis police officer and what I view was going on with the Tyre Nichols case. There is no way, form, or fashion that you take a police boot and you strike a man's face multiple times while he's on the ground. No form, no way, no fashion. There is no way that that is excusable. I don't care who you're fighting. A kick to the face right here, that can be lethal. And unless you're trying to intentionally kill somebody, that is not a tactic that is taught, nor should ever be used. One of the things I kept seeing throughout my comments was Tyre Nichols was sleeping with blah, 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 named officers, ex-wife, baby mama, whatever. So I'm here to dispel some rumors and talk about a lot of things that I saw in the comments that I want to address. That way I don't have to keep answering over again. And this is one of the biggest rumors that has already been dispelled by not only the police chief, but the family themselves. People keep saying, well, did you see he took 2 pictures of Tyre? And I'll address that.
So to all of you that was saying otherwise, you ain't got the answer, Sway.
Oh yeah, Diddy got a podcast.
Man, welcome back to another episode of the Ruling Class Podcast. And of course, I'm your host, Diddy, back up in this witch with another video. And at this point, I think that y'all should start referring to me as Detective Diddy up in this witch. It has a nice ring to it, don't it? Nah, but listen, I've had friends reach out. I've seen your text messages. I've seen the comments. And a lot of people have a lot of opinions as it pertains to the whole, situation that happened in Memphis and the young man having his life taken. And there's a lot of different opinions and a lot of rumors out there. And finally, we've had a cop to go ahead and address it all in one video, right? And the amount of research that I went through to get some of this information, I just want to be patted on the back for this, because this is probably one of those videos I've had to do just a little bit more research than I've had to do for my average videos, right? But before we get into the video, if you're new to the show, please know that we're thirsty to grow and to drink some of this apple juice, even though it's all gone. So you can help me out by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. But don't worry, I'm going to give you a sec to do that to help your boy out. Hey, I appreciate y'all. So look, without further ado, let's go over here and see what the cop had to say.
What's up, guys? It's me again. So yesterday I made a video about my stance as being a former Memphis police officer and what I view was going on with the Tyre Nichols case. One of the things I kept seeing throughout my comments was Tyre Nichols was sleeping with blah, 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 named officers, ex-wife, baby mama, whatever. So I'm here to dispel some rumors and talk about a lot of things that I saw in the comments that I want to address. That way I don't have to keep answering over again. So again, my stances come from 3 sides: from patrolling for 5 years with the Memphis Police Department personally, to knowing 2 of the 5, and now to also no longer being with the Memphis Police Department. So that's where my stances come from. All right, let's move forward. One thing I hate are rumors, and this is one of the biggest rumors that has already been dispelled by not only the police chief, but the family themselves. I'm gonna tell you this straight up. There is nothing that you will find on Facebook that is credible, and there's no source that you can give me that supports this claim when the police chief herself and the federal investigative unit that is going over the case has already said that these rumors are false. So for the sake of not throwing dirt on the dead's name, please stop it with this. Because as of now, he was not sleeping with anybody's baby mama. And all these bullshit websites and this bullshit Facebook and TikTok posts you're seeing, it's bullshit and it's doing nothing but tarnishing Tyre Nichols' name. Stop doing that. But I know since you won't believe me, here's a video of the chief talking about it.
Of the officers have any knowledge of him before this stuff?
I've had a couple of people to bring that, question to me. As far as I know, and as far as, anyone that has been involved in this investigation, we don't believe.
I'm going to reveal something to you. I have my private investigator's license here in Texas. I can access any and every information about your personal life that I want to. So if you don't think the federal investigative unit that is covering this can't already figure if this is true or not, then you're crazy. So stop spreading this bullshit. Not sleeping with anybody's baby mama. It's a baseless rumor that started on TikTok and Facebook, which is stupid. All right, I'm done with that. Next, there was no woman officer involved in that first few videos. I don't know why people keep saying that. There were 5 black officers and 1 male officer. That's it.
So look, one of the biggest things, that was probably the biggest rumor that I heard. And what I was telling my friends that were texting me and people that were calling me, and what I was telling a lot of you in the comment section was that, listen, I understand, I hear what you all are saying, but the reason why I haven't covered this on the channel yet It's because as of right now, it's just a rumor. And what I don't want to do is put something out there and it end up being false information. I'll slip up here and there. As many videos as I put out, I'm going to slip up, right? And I'm going to get some information wrong sometimes. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. But when something like this is such a hot take that if you were to say something like that, you need to do your due diligence. And the research that I put in, I didn't see anything more than a rumor. I didn't see anything concrete that told me that there was some truth or some basis, some credible basis to this story. So I told you all, I said, listen, I'm just going to hold it out. I'm going to wait it out and just see if something more, tangible was to come out of this. And if it is, then I'll come out with a story for it. But instead, it's the opposite, right? So I'm glad that I had that mindset because, again, I'm not saying anything that says otherwise, all right? And so I did something for you all, right? I went a step further. I went through these comments and a lot of the other rumors that you all were saying, I took notes. So I want to go ahead and address a few things. You all said, well, if this was not personal or if this had nothing to do with the whole baby mama rumor, or maybe he was sleeping with one of their daughters, if it had nothing to do with that rumor, or if that rumor is not true, then why was the officer Demetrius, or why was the one of the officers taking pictures, right? And what I want to tell you is that according to this officer and what he told somebody in the comment section, unfortunately, this is a lot more common than you think.
All right, guys, so I addressed the point where they said that he sent pictures to his baby mama, and people keep saying, well, did you see he took 2 pictures of Tyre? And I'll address that. Full transparency. Police in the past, now in the present, and in the future will have and will always take pictures of bad things they're not supposed to. Remember when Kobe Bryant died and Vanessa Bryant filed a lawsuit against the department because they took pictures of Kobe Bryant and his daughter and his dead body and sent it amongst other police officers in the police department? That's what happened, to be honest. It didn't go to a girlfriend or a baby mama. Police officers do what police officers do. They beat up people, they see a dead body, they take pictures. It's not right, it's not what you're supposed to do. I've never done that shit, but it happens every single day, every single department. There is no baby mama, there is no female at FedEx. He just did what thousands of police officers have done, do now, and will do in the future.
Wow, that's really sad and very unfortunate. And once again, as always, Officer Brandon, I really appreciate your transparency and even the fact that you admitted something like that out loud. It's something that people have been saying for years, that officers do things like this, but to see an actual police officer or former police officer come out and say this out loud is mind-blowing to me. Another thing I heard was the police chief cannot be trusted. In the video, you didn't actually hear her say that it wasn't true. No, what she said was that according to her investigation and those other people that are involved, which is the federal government, federal investigators themselves, they are not able to find anything. So if this man as a private investigator can pull up anything he wants, I work at a homeless shelter and I know we have the ability to pull anybody's background that we want to it before they move into that shelter. If we have that ability, I'm sure the federal government has that ability as well. And if they're not able to find anything, I'm willing to bet that there's probably no basis to it. Right? So just by her saying that she don't believe, I think that's just her being super careful. But I'm willing to go out on a limb and say I trust their investigation. I'm just being honest with you. A woman can be heard in the video saying, all right, guys, and she left. But she wasn't involved in the beating. So this is why you didn't see her get arrested, right? She wasn't involved. She didn't stand by and watch it happen. So for those of you out there who don't know that, all right. 4, media will never release the truth. This was personal. This is what somebody said. Right? But if you believe that the hungry media was to find out a juicy story such as this man was involved with the mother of one of these police officers' children, you don't think they'd run with that story? You don't think some platform will run with that story? I understand. I'm even skeptical of the media as well. I've criticized the media. Absolutely. You can't trust everything the media says. Matter of fact, there's a lot of propaganda out there. We understand that. I understand that. But nonetheless, this is not something you need to just run with just because. I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all. Why does it even matter who he was sleeping with? It's very important because if it turns out that this is true, then they're going to upgrade those charges from 2nd-degree murder to 1st-degree murder, which is punishable by death, right? Because it turns out that they have motive. Right? This is that they can determine that this was premeditated if that turned out to be true. So it's very important. The white police officer's identity was hidden, and the fact that he was involved was hidden by the police chief because she wanted to protect the white man. Not true. We knew from the jump, they already included that in the news story, that there was a white police officer that was involved, but he wasn't actually a part of the actual beating. That's important, right? So because he wasn't a part of the actual beating, it wasn't important to the immediate story that they were putting out there. Does that make sense? And which, by the way, that same police officer, as of, I believe, this morning or yesterday, was actually just fired. Preston Hemphill, the white Memphis police officer involved in the Tyre Nichols arrest, who is heard on body cam footage wishing Tyre harm, has just been fired. The Memphis Police Department announced Hemphill's firing in a Friday news dump, and he has not been criminally charged in connection with Tyre's death. And I think they got that right. I don't think he should be charged in the death. Personally, y'all might feel differently because he wasn't actually involved on it. But the fact that he wished him harm, I think he should have been fired. And maybe some charges should be pressed. Y'all can hop in the comment section and give me y'all thoughts on how y'all feel about that. And this is probably the biggest thing. I had a friend tell me that, I know people have hopped in the comment section and said this and said, I don't care what you say, it was personal. I can look at something and see that it was personal and tell that it was personal. I don't need some media, I don't need some police chief to tell me if it was or not. I respect that, right? As a human being, we can look at some things and just be able to read it. You know, like you can read a room, right? So I respect that. But here's the thing, that because I can agree, I can watch that and say, man, that looks like that was a little bit more than just pulling him over for a normal traffic stop. Like, what is this really about? I can agree with you on that. I can relate to you on that. But here's the problem. If you don't have facts, or if you don't have more proof, unfortunately, the way the law works, the way life works, opinions does not overrule facts, right? And from the facts that we found so far, it does not show that it was personal. Now, it may come out later that it was personal. I'm not ruling that out. But I'm saying, as of right now, due to the investigation that I've done, the investigation that the actual police officers have done, which is the real investigation, right? That's not what we're seeing, right? So y'all hop in the comment section. Y'all give me your thoughts. I just thought this video was important to dispel all the rumors, because I've been doing this longer than you. You ain't got the answer, Sway. I've been doing this longer than you.
How, Sway? Take a few steps back to go.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
Kanye.
I've been doing this more than you.
That's how I felt when the cop came out with this video. I'm just saying. Listen, y'all hop in the comment section, give me y'all thoughts. Like this video, share this video, comment on this video. I love y'all. Until next time. Peace.
Oh yeah, Didi got a podcast.